Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Saman Siddiqui, Assistant Professor Zoology. Today's topic is General Organization of Alimentary Canal. The alimentary canal is a major part of the digestive system. As we all know, it is a continuous muscular tube which runs through the body and it is around 8 to 10 meter long. Now, starting with the alimentary canal, parts of alimentary canal and each and everything I want to explain about the alimentary canal. Alimentary canal is a continuous passage starting from the mouth and ending at the anus. All parts of the body are involved in the uptake and digestion of food along with the elimination and undigested material. The alimentary canal is mainly referred to as the pathway by which food enter our body and then move out through the anus during digestion. It is tube-like structure which starts from mouth and ends in the anus. The alimentary canal plays a very important role or primary role in the human digestion and is also termed as the digestive tract. Organs of alimentary organs of alimentary canals are mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, and small intestine, large intestine, and the accessory digestive structures include the teeth, tongue, salivary glands, liver, pancreas, and gallbladder. Mouth. Parts of alimentary canal. The alimentary canal performs the function of digesting food. It breaks it down to smaller pieces and aids into the absorption of digested food. The mouth. The mouth is the opening through which the intake of food occurs. It is actually the entry point of food. This is the uppermost transverse slit-like opening of the alimentary canal. It is bounded by upper lip and the lower lip. The mouth is used to ingest the food. Teeth. The teeth are the strongest and bridges structure in human body. A normal adult has 32 teeth. And the four types of teeth are incisor, canines, premolars and molars. Tongue. It is a large muscular organ which occupies most of the oral cavity and can take a variety of shapes and positions. There are 50 to 100 taste receptor cells in each taste buds which are located in the lining of mouth. Function of tongue. First one is mastication. The tongue helps in chewing. Deglutition. It helps in swallowing food. Taste. The tongue transmits taste signals to brain and helps in sensing taste like bitter or sour, salt, sweet. Now last one is secretion. It secretes mucus and serous fluid which keeps the mucus moist. Salivary gland. The salivary gland makes saliva into mouth through opening called duct. Saliva helps with swallowing and chewing. It can also help to prevent infection from developing into mouth or throat. Okay. Then major salivary glands. There are actually three pairs of major salivary glands. Our first one is parotid gland. The parotid gland are the largest salivary glands. They are located just in front of the ear. Each parotid gland has two lobes or two parts, or we can say two parts. First one is superficial lobe and the second one is deep lobe. The second is submandibular glands. Submandibular glands are smaller salivary glands and are located below the jaw. The saliva produced in these glands is secreted into the mouth from under the tongue. Salivary glands this gland has two parts. First one is superficial lobe and the second one is deep lobe. And the third is sublingual gland. Gland is present under the tongue. Pharynx. It is the cavity at the back of mouth. It is a common passage from the inhaled air and swallowed food. Right? Inhaled air and swallowed food. The opening of the respiratory tract is pharynx. The opening of the respiratory tract in the pharynx is called glottis, and it is guarded by a cartilaginous flap called epiglottis. Glottis and epiglottis. During the act of swallowing, the windpipe gets closed by the epiglottis. These epiglottis prevents the entry of food particles in the respiratory tract. Okay. these epiglottis prevent. Next one is esophagus, also called as food pipe. The esophagus is the fibromuscular tube, approximately 25 centimeter in 25 centimeter in length, that transports food from the pharynx to the stomach. Food is transported through the esophagus by a movement, rhythmic constriction called peristalsis of the muscles, which propagates down the esophagus. Structure. The esophagus shows a similar structure with many of the organs in the alimentary tracts. First one is adventitia, outer layer of connective tissue. Second is muscular layer, external layer of longitudinal muscles. Submucosa, the layer of connective tissue lying beneath a mucous membrane. And the fourth one is mucosa, non-keratinized, stratified squamosal epithelium. Okay. Next one is stomach. The stomach is a muscular hollow organ in the gastrointestinal tract of human and many other animals. In the digestive system, the stomach is involved in the second phase of digestion. Following chewing, it performs a chemical breakdown due to enzymes and hydrochloric acid. Three sections of the stomach is divided into actually three sections, beginning at the cardiac stomach, where the content of the esophagus empty into stomach. The fundus is formed in the upper curved part. It seems in the diagram. And the pylorus is the lower section of the stomach that empties content into the duodenum, which is the part of small intestine. Okay. Then all consist of mucosa, submucosa. Actually, like the other parts of gastrointestinal tract, the human stomach walls consist of mucosa, submucosa, muscularis externa, subserosa and serosa. Gastric juice is an acidic fluid containing hydrochloric acid and digestive enzyme like pepsin, gastrin, etc. Small intestine. A long, narrow, folded or coiled tube extending from the stomach to large intestine. It is the region where most digestion and absorption of the food takes place. Okay. Most digestion and absorption of the food takes place. Three successive regions of the small intestine are distinguished like duodenum, jejunum and ileum. These regions from the continuous tube, there are no distinctly marked separation between them. Running hollow tube. First one is duodenum. The duodenum is the first and shortest part of the small intestine. It receives partially digested food known as chyme. Comes from the stomach and plays a vital role in the chemical digestion of chyme. Okay. Many chemical secretion from the pancreas, liver and gallbladder mix with chyme into the duodenum to facilitate chemical digestion. The wall of duodenum are made of 4 layers. Look at the diagram. Okay. The wall of duodenum are made of 4 layers. The innermost layer, mucosa. The second one is submucosa. Surrounding the mucosa layer is submucosa, and surrounding the submucosa is the muscularis layer, and the lastly serosa is outermost layer of the duodenum. Okay. Second part of small intestine, jejunum, is the second part of small intestine. Its lining is specialized for the absorption by enterocytes of small nutrients molecules which have been previously digested by the enzyme in the last one is duodenum. The interior structure of the jejunum is covered in interior surface like finger-like projection of mucosa called villi. Now the ileum. It is the third and final part of the small intestine. Its main function is to absorb vitamin, bile salts and whatever products of digestion that were not absorbed by the jejunum. Next one is large intestine at the last part of alimentary canal. Large intestine, posterior section of the intestine consisting typically of four regions: cecum, that is cecum, colon, rectum and anus. The large intestine is a wide and shorter than the small intestine. The primary function of the large intestine, however, is absorption of water and electrolytes from digestive residues and storage of fecal matter until it can be expelled. Now the cecum. The main function of the cecum are to absorb fluid and salts that remains after completion of intestinal digestion and absorption. Okay. The internal wall of the cecum is composed of a thick mucous membrane through which water and salts are absorbed. Look at the diagram. All seams in the diagram. Small intestine, parts of large intestine. Then last one is second one is cecum. Colon. Its function is to reabsorb fluids and process waste product from the body and prepare for its elimination. The colon consists of four parts. First one is descending part, second ascending colon, then third transverse colon and sigmoid colon. It clearly seems in the diagram. Last one is rectum. Rectum is the lower part of large intestine that connects to the sigmoid colon. It receives waste from the colon and stores it until it passes out of the body through the anus. Alimentary canal completes. Thank you. Some pictures of this PPT is taken from the Googles. Thank you.